Well, how do there, people? Bit of a non-prompt stream, but I figured I might as well jump into game. Have a little sort of like bluster about. When I say a bluster about, I want to try and encounter a pirate battle, to be honest. So I want to make sure that I'm actually in the right difficulty, normal mode. Now, I've had a few people tell me that the best way to get an S-class module from a Sentinel dreadnought battle is to actually allow the civilian freighter to get blown up by the missiles, then take out the freighter. So take out the dreadnought's engine so it can't go nowhere, and let everything get destroyed. Or partake in doing the destroying yourself, but you lose a load of sort of reputational points. And I figured while I'm doing this, I might as well have a little bit of a quick chat about speculation, the verse, what people are saying inside of the verse, and what's going on. So I've watched quite a lot of other content creators' speculation on all the different systems. Oh, look, there's a pirate system right there. We'll go there. We'll see if... I don't know why it's got a skull right on it. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Oh, it could be because I've got the pirate mission selected. The Voice of Freedom or whatever it is. Let's see if we get a freighter interaction anyway. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of other content creators' videos today after doing my own speculation video on what they thought. Now, Beeblebum raised a very interesting point. He actually said that those little sort of like clay jars were actually used by the Romans and the Greeks and all that sort of stuff for trade. Could this be an overhaul to the trade system? Didn't even occur to me, that one. Something that Beeble also mentioned, though, was that people that speculate tend to ruin it for themselves and to others, and to be very cautious when you're taking in different types of speculation. Well, you know, speculation is the thing that I enjoy doing the most. Yeah, and sometimes I've heard people push back and say speculation could be damaging, and, you know, you can big it up too much, you can overhype things. Well, I have been trying to reel it in a little bit from my previous realms of speculation, but I kind of worked backwards on this one. So that Bomber Boy has already done some data mining. And inside that data mining, we've already seen purple systems. We've heard that there's new math for diving deeper underwater. So there's new oxygen mechanics that are coming in and all sorts of other stuff. So I don't think the speculation that I've put out there is going to harm anyone in any way, shape or form. Because it's already stuff that's been data mined, it's already out there. And besides which, I like to speculate because it's creative form. You know, if people aren't able to sort of keep their expectations in check, and if they sort of overhype things in their head, or they get too wanton or too wrapped up and too invested into some speculation, I suppose it can be a little bit damaging. Anyway, Beeble touched on something that I hadn't thought of, which was trade. Trade might be getting an overhaul, which I think is an awesome idea. I mean, it definitely needs to happen. They have changed, you know, the vendors and stuff when it comes to the guild envoy. Have they done enough there? Probably not. I'm just going over here just to debrief all of my frigates. I'm wondering whether I haven't actually been playing for 3 hours long enough to bring in one of those pirate freighter battles, to be honest, people. I hammered through that a bit quick. I don't think I got anything good there. I'm hoping we'd get some more spawning sacks. Oh, we got a cyanotic egg out of that one. Now we go a little bit slower on this. There you go, with cyanotic egg again. And that's it when it comes to living ship stuff in that one. The reason why I'm getting excited for living ship parts is I'm wondering, we've got living frigates, yeah? We've got living ships. What we haven't got is living freighters. I'm wondering whether they're going to get delivered in sometime. Now, you see, that's speculation that's slightly higher up, but I'm going by what's already in game and what's missing. You know? So here we go. Let's just pump through here. What have we got? Cyanotic egg. So when you're basing your speculation on stuff that's inside a game or inside of lore, I don't think that's anything overly of a stretch of an ask, to be honest. I think it's probably on the cards. Oh, we've got 2 spawning sacks there. That's pretty darn lovely. Heck yes. Hello, Dogboy99. I think speculation is exactly what Sean wants. Why would he put out the emojis? To pique everyone's interest. Exactly that. Now, a lot of people that are anti-speculation say that the communication from Hello Games should be more transparent. Well, we saw what happened when Sean tried that method of approach. It didn't go too well for him. He's not really the best of spokespeople. He gets overly excited in what they're hoping to deliver to what they're actually working on, and then perhaps things fall by the wayside, and then people call him out and say, no, maybe it was a lie. I mean, people were actually calling this No Man's Lie when it came out, you know? And I think everything that Sean wanted to put in the game is now kind of in-game. And has he delivered on those things that he promised at the start? Yes, and probably more by now. So, you know. But I kind of feel that there could be a happy medium. There was one time where Sean Murray put out a sort of roadmap. He put out a list where you could actually check off what you wanted to see the most. And they used that to implement things in the order of what the community wanted, or there or thereabouts. I think that could be a nice way forwards. And then at least then if we've seen that roadmap, we can kind of try to tie the emoji to the things that are on the roadmap. So at least it's speculation, but it's got guide rails of some kind. I'm not going to send out those freighter missions while you're here. I mean, it's a little bit boring anyway. So I'm just going to head on out, and we're going to do a little bit more warping. I'm going to jump to a few pirate systems and see if we can trigger a pirate interaction, because I want to try and get some S-class modules for a freighter by trying the things that people have stated I should try inside of my comments. So we'll give it a go. But anyway, on to other creators. So you've got Professor Cynical, who covered off that Bomber Boy's mods and actually showed footage that he had captured himself of the mod in action, which is pretty darn awesome. So if you want to see the mod in action and see some of the new underwater biomes actually in fruition, I mean, that Bomber Boy inside of his mods actually says, you know, these biomes are being delivered in super deep oceans. Super deep oceans don't currently exist yet. They might be coming soon. So what you see in my mod isn't exactly true to what might appear in game, which we get. We 100% get that. These are files inside of the game files that haven't been used for a reason. They could just be ideas. It could be a complete red herring. I mean, there was once inside the game files that we found lifts for freighters. They still haven't come into the game. Everything else that was inside that leak, though, all the new rooms and things, did. They didn't look exactly like they did in the game files. But it gave us an inkling. It gave us an inclination of what was on the cards. And we did get new freighter rooms. Freighters did get an overhaul. So the speculation that we put out there was about half right. The only thing that was disappointing in that was the fact that we didn't get any lifts. But, you know, we got all the outside units. We got the, you know, the ability to go up multiple floors and stuff inside of our freighter builds, which is pretty darn epic anyway. And it does look a heck of a lot better. Oh, hold on. There's a pirate one there, that yellow one. Yep, there we go. We go there. I'll try this one more leap, and we'll see if we trigger it. Some of those files could be for future updates that won't come for years, says Casual Mirth. Yeah, that is usually, yeah, that has been the case in the past. You're totally right there. Yeah, I mean, one day we might get the lifts come in. No, they could happen. It's like we've seen turrets, but the turrets are kind of in use. I mean, I'm in a pirate system right now. I'll show you. So although we can't put them at our base, which is what everybody speculated that they would be for, you get the turrets appear on your actual freighter's hull, on your deck of your freighter. But not only that, as you fly into the mouth of these pirate stations, there used to be some gun turrets just set slightly back here. Here you go. Bang. I'm just going to camera mode quickly. Let's see if I got them. Yeah, look, there you go. Right by the barrel of my freaking ship. There we are. Look at that. So there are turrets inside of the game, but they just didn't get given the use that we thought they were going to get. Yeah. They also added in a really cool ship called the Starborn Runner. I don't think I've got it inside of my PC save. I think I got my PC built after the Starborn Runner come in. Let me just check. Let's have a look. Have I got the... Oh, I have got the Starborn Runner. So this is something that I was speculating on some time ago, and it still hasn't come to fruition, and probably never will. But you see on the side here, you've got this little Gek head with a little checkered flag. Now, if you look at sort of like the Byte Beat, or you look at the Neutron Processor, you've got a similar sort of little decals there of a Gek with a chef hat on for the cooking, or one with some headphones on and a note for the Byte Beat. And they're usually tied to a function. In fact, there's one inside the Nexus that I can show you as well. In fact, is there two or is there one? We're going to the Nexus. I'll show you what I mean. But they're normally tied to a function. So I felt sure that we'd be getting ship racing at some point, and maybe we can make our own classes of racing ship. Maybe we might be able to put down our own tracks, a little bit like Wipeout or something. I thought that was definitely on the cards, and that hasn't actually popped into fruition or come into iteration. And it could be in future installment, it could come, but you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with speculation and ideas, because when you do the speculation videos, Hello Games, if they see that video, they could say, oh, that's a nice idea, we're not working on that, but you know what, we could put that in. So I think speculation also feeds future ideas and future implementations. So I really don't see how speculation can harm the longevity of a game, because it's giving ideas but in a separate sort of pathway, you know. Ghostlight done a really good video talking about how each of these urns, these clay pots in the side of life, they usually have depictions on the side, like little stories. And he's wondering whether it might mean more lore is coming into fruition, into game. There you go. There's the decal with the little chef hat on, and that's tied to cooking. And we got cooking as a thing to do, a doing action, you know. Whenever we get these decals appear, there's another one over here somewhere. Look, there's a little guy there, like a little Korvax head, and gene splicing, you know. So I definitely thought that the decal on the Starborn runner was going to have some sort of race tracks for ships. Inside of the game files years ago were Starship race initiators. A little bit like the Exocraft race initiators, but for ships. So you can actually just put your end point and your start point and maybe put little checkpoints and set a course for ships to follow. So, and like you said, Casual Murph, they were in the game files ages ago. But yeah, if you haven't seen Ghostlight's video on his idea that it could mean more for the Void Mother and lore, pretty darn good video. Check out Ghostlight's video. So if you want a little bit more of a logical take and a little bit less speculation, check out Beeble for his one. His video is really cool on that it could be for trade routes. Then you've also got, Jim at NMS. He done one to say that it's going to be underwater based and that he guessed it ages and ages ago. He had a planet called Atlantis or something. Maybe he did. I don't know who was first. But because that Bomber Boy has already put out that there's 3 biomes of underwater, and also that we've got the landing gear for landing on water surface, I kind of feel that it's kind of an obvious take, this one. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that we're getting oceanous planets, especially since inside the game files they found new math for deeper diving, and that you take more damage the deeper you go when it comes to oxygen levels. Yeah, so I don't really see that, to be fair. Oh, we got Katarine here. Hello there, Katarine. There's Katarine right there. Oh, she's been... Yeah, welcome to Livestream Emoji. Well, welcome aboard, Katarine. If you haven't checked out Katarine, Katarine also does No Man's Sky content. She's a lovely lady. She came to the meetup the other year, all the way from Canada. She gave me some lovely sort of pancake treacle to put on pancakes. Well, yeah, pancake treacle, that's probably where you put it, isn't it, really? At least I think that's what it was. Like maple syrup. It was freaking lovely, Katarine. We loved it. We finished it within like the space of, I don't know, a week of opening it. It was gorgeous. Yeah, we don't get it in big tins like that over here. You get it in like little plastic squeezy jars. But it just tasted so much better. It really did. Anyway, we've got Sir Prism in the house. Hello there, Sir Prism. QT and the Klein Violet. Ahoy, Captain. Well, ahoy there, people. What's the quality like? Is the volume okay? Is the sound all right? Can you hear the mic okay? Is the visual quality okay? Had some problems on the Friday. Found out what that was. It was down to the bitrate. The bitrate had gone and defaulted itself back to 2,500, and I'm streaming in frickin' 2K. Annoying. I've updated my frickin' interwebs. I've gone to the highest package I can on interwebs so I can stream in 2K. And then it goes and defaults me to that. Annoying. Anyway, I'll jump to another pirate system. I don't think we're going to get a pirate interaction to try this dreadnoughty stuff. I think I'm just going to have to leave myself ambiently for a couple of hours. Maybe on Monday or something while I'm working, leave it on, and then on my lunch break, try this again on my lunch break. Because at the moment I'm not getting any Sentinel interactions, am I? Oh, speak of the devil, we've got one. Okay, so here we go. Am I in the right ship? No, I'm not. Dang it! Okay, right, we're just going to have to try and do this with photon cannons. Oh, God. I swapped to the starborn runner, didn't I? I've not touched this one. Okay, here we go. Let's go in through here, then. Let's take out the engines, just so it can't get away. This might be a blessing in disguise, because people actually said you've got to just take your time. And you've got to let the actual freighter, the civilian ship, get blown up. Is that one blown up or not? I can't tell. Okay, right. Let's turn around. Really, you need, like, the Sentinel ship that hovers in place. I think I've taken out all the engines. I hope I have. I don't want this thing to fly away. Now, other people said, just attack the Sentinel, just attack the civilian freighter. You lose a lot of your reputational points. But just take your time with this, is basically what they're saying. Let it destroy the civilian vessels. Let's go do the shields first. Let's go get the shields done. We'll leave its weapons intact so it can do its damage. We'll just take out its shields. I wish you could do like on Star Fox, where you do like a complete like loop-the-loop. Just by pressing like down and then up or something, you know? Or just tap both shoulder buttons at the same time. Take that, defense turret! Kaboom! Good. So apparently, you let the civilian ship get completely annihilated. Then you take out the Sentinel dreadnought. Then you get the S-class module. Seems a bit broken to me. I would have thought you would have got the S-class module if you took out this before it blew up the civilian ship as a reward. But no, you actually get rewarded better if you kind of fail. I guess that's the day and age we live in, though, isn't it, people? Where the runners-up still get prizes and all that sort of shenanigans. Right, okay. Where's that trough? It's over here. Which is kind of lucky, because I've completely fluffed this up anyway. Ow! What did I hit? Oh, for fudge's sake. I think a ship got me. Right, let's turn it around. I'm actually turning around in the chair. I think that comes from playing in VR, you know, people. Take that! Thank you, yes. I'm here to vandalise your ship. It gets. There you go. There you go. Sentinel Dreadnought is now vulnerable. Right, I don't really want to blow it up just yet. I want it to make sure it's got rid of that civilian vessel. Is the civilian vessel still there? Oh, no! Oh, balls. I didn't mean to beat it. Oh, great. Dang it. I guess I've still done it blinking too well. Even though I went stupidly slow and done it craply. Don't even think craply is a real word. Oh. Uh-oh, have I just blown the whole thing up by accident? No. Now, I don't know whether I need to blow this up or go in and talk to them. Sweet, well, welcome aboard, Catherine. You can now use my emojis, which I made in Paintbrush with all of my skill and dexterity. They're terrible. I'm trying to read the live chat at the moment, but I'm actually using my laptop as a second screen, and it doesn't quite render right the whole time. So sometimes I can see the live chat, and sometimes I can just see like the top quarter of the screen. It's a little bit weird. Other times it's all right though. Oh, where's the teleporter gone? Oh, it's the opposite side of this post, isn't it? You wouldn't know that I've been playing this game for like since the day it launched when you watch me play. I still act like a noob at times. Right, here we go. Let's head on up here. I think that could be the beauty and draw of my channel. Oh, there we go. Now I can see everything. Hello there. I thought I was already joined to your channel. I did too, Catherine. I've heard of YouTube unsubscribing people. I've never heard of YouTube unjoining people. Random as. Pirate Commander begs for mercy. Demand a tribute, please. It's gave me units. And that's it. Yeah? Is that seriously? Right, mate. I'm going to freaking destroy your little freighter. Let's go, Alan. Fun times. Righto. Destroy the ship to cause us... Yeah. Right, we'll just carry on destroying stuff then. Boom. There goes that. Let's go around here. Let's take out all of these. I might have to try a few different approaches to this, because I have got the S-Class module in the past. I'm just not sure how I managed to go about doing it, to be honest, people. Just pepper this now. Oh, there we go. Kablooey! You're done. And I think if I was to attack this freighter now, I don't think much would happen. I don't even think it's got an energy bar, has it? I don't know whether I can blow this one up. We'll give it a go. I'm not losing any sort of faction points for this right now or anything, am I? I wonder if I go in there and talk to the captain of this one, whether he actually says, thank you for saving me. Have some loot. Oh, but Buzz! What just happened there? Did that one just explode as well? I think it did. Or it warped away. Something weird happened there, didn't it? That was freaking freaky. Okay. It has gone, hasn't it? I'm not just imagining things. Yeah, it's gone. Well, that was weird. Yeah. This one's still got its shields up. No, there's no freighter I can fly into now. I must have blown it up by accident. But I still didn't get anything. Alright, well, we live and learn, people. We live and learn. Okay, so personally, when it comes to my speculation, I think that it's to do with underwater stuff. Mainly because of that bomber boy and what they found inside of the actual game files. But not only that, Hello Games has put in the water landing technology for a reason. The only thing is, I don't know whether it's going to be an expedition that's about, you know, maybe going to some relic sites, maybe going to a few water planets, and talking about the lore of what's to come. And then maybe this is going to be an expedition that takes us up to Halloween. And then in Halloween, we're going to get a big creepy update that's ARG Part 4 as well as Worlds Part 2. One massive colossal update to really put a bow on this year. Because I think that's plausible. And you know who else has sort of speculated along those lines? Jason Plays. So if you haven't seen Jason Plays' video on his speculation, that's kind of where he goes with it on there. I mean, he doesn't really go to say exactly what he thinks it's going to be. His speculation on what he thinks the vase is pretty interesting. But yeah, go see Jason Plays' and see if you sort of agree or disagree with that. Interesting one nonetheless. Hold on, we've got some freighters that I can buy that have just spawned in. Well, where are they? They're somewhere around here. Okay, what kind of freighters are these? Are they just normal freighters? I could get a couple of normies, to be honest, just to finish the set. Why not? Let's just pick these up quickly. I think I've got 23, so I need another 7. So I'll just grab some of these. I don't need any more pirate vessels, and I definitely don't need any more organic ones, so we'll just get these just to finish off my fleet. There we go. They'll probably introduce a new frigate type anyway at some point, and then I'd dismiss these, and then we go for the other weird frigate type. Okay. So yeah, Jason Plays has done some pretty good speculation too when it comes to what I feel is a decent enough roadmap. So for Jason Plays, roadmap. If you want to see what that bomber boy came up with, go and watch Professor Cynical, because he covers it in masses of detail. If you want a lore sort of a based speculation approach, go and have a look at Ghostlight's video, because that's really good. And for one that sort of like encompasses a little bit of everything, that's kind of my video. Go and have a look at that one. Because I sort of deep dive into all aspects, to be fair, when it comes to the speculation side of things. But yeah, I've watched a heck of a lot of speculation this time around. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything I've watched. You know what, let's just go inside of the old spatial anomaly for a bit. Now, when it comes to comments, have I had any interesting comments? I've had a lot of people saying, well, this is a vase, which is straight out of fantasy realm. What if this isn't to do with No Man's Sky, and it's actually Light No Fire? My answer to those people is Sean of the Murrays has got a separate Twitter page. He's got one for No Man's Sky and he's got one for Light No Fire. If it was to do with Light No Fire would have at least retweeted it. Or I would have expected Sean of the Murrays to put maybe the emoji on the Light No Fire Twitter page, not the No Man's Sky one. So that's my answer to those people when it comes to that sort of thing, is it doesn't quite make sense what they're suggesting, that it could be for Light No Fire. I do think we're going to see something for Light No Fire this year, and I think that's going to happen in the first week of December in the Games Awards. We got the initial trailer last December. It'd be a year to the month that we had the previous trailer. I think we're going to get a trailer for Light No Fire inside of the Game Awards, and I think that trailer is going to give us what the actual game objective is going to be, what the game is all about. I don't think it's going to be too much more than that, to be honest. And then I think we're probably, because he knows Ryan McAfee as well at IGN, I'm wondering whether we might see, like we did for No Man's Sky, a Light No Fire Firsts video. You know, I think IGN might do a series of Light No Fire First videos, a little bit like they've been doing with Monster Hunter Worlds, which is a game that I definitely want to pick up as well, but that's taken us off on a side tangent away from No Man's Sky and Light No Fire. What else have I seen that's been quite interesting inside of my comments that's made me go, maybe, and then maybe not? So, yeah, we've had a lot on the old Relic sort of side, and people saying that they think that it might be for Relic cities or something like that. Or if not Relic cities, maybe we might get to see the Gek first spawn, or relics thereon of the first spawn come into game. And some people have pointed out that the purple systems might be previous builds and relic builds, like archivey type builds, and maybe it's historical builds that are going to come into game. Because there was this 4chan leak, a couple of years back, and everything has come to fruition. The 4chan leak mentioned new races, it mentioned the race being sentinelized, it mentioned autophagy type races, it mentioned all sorts of stuff, maybe even going into the void and mentions of a new entity, like perhaps the Void Mother. It didn't say Void Mother word for word. It also mentioned mini cities in way of settlements, where we got settlements, or at least virtually every platform did apart from Switch. So a lot of that came to fruition. But what it also said is a way to visit previous builds of No Man's Sky. And during the IGN First is where we saw the really sort of majestic Diplos and rhinos smashing trees and some pretty gnarly planets. Maybe we might get to see some of those planets from the IGN First, like proper dune planets as well, proper sand planets, things like that. Maybe even get to see a sandworm that actually goes across the floor that can attack us. That'd be awesome. So maybe they're right. Maybe we might get to see previous builds of No Man's Sky come into iteration into the verse. That'd be pretty darn lovely. So, but what I would say is, rather than get yourself deflated thinking, oh, I need to keep my expectations into check, I need to keep my hype levels set and grounded, I would say go by what Sean Murray said. He said we've called this Worlds Part 1 because there's far more to come. And we know how big Worlds Part 1 was. So we can only but assume that Worlds Part 2 is going to be equal in measure, there or thereabouts. Or at least that's what I would assume. You know, usually Part 2s are about the same size as a Part 1. You know? Especially when it came to Terminator Judgment Day. That was freaking awesome. Or the movie Aliens and Alien. The only time I'd say that doesn't really work is when you think of films like Ghostbusters. Yeah, or Gremlins. And then again, Gremlins 2, you can kind of watch it still. It's not too bad, I suppose. But anyway, we're going off on side tangents yet again. I kind of feel this year has been marked as a big year by Hello Games. And Sean of the Murrays knows what happens when he puts out one of these emojis. When Sean puts out one of these emojis, the community acts the same way. Hype starts, they put out loads of stuff, and they get super excited. For fair reason. For fair reason, people, I think. And I think if you are following Sean of the Murrays over on Twitter and Hello Games, and you know this is the way that they do things, and you know this is their tried and trusted means of communication, I don't think you can sort of throw the baby out with the bathwater and say speculation isn't what they're after, because they kind of are. They know what the community does with speculation. They know how it happens. They know how it plays out. They're not stupid. So I would say getting on board the hype train, getting on board with the speculation is kind of part and parcel of the journey, and let that journey continue. And that's kind of how Sean always ends his videos. And even in his last deep dive video where he said, and there's more to come, you can see that little cheeky glint in his eye to say, and we know what it is and you don't. Ha 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 ha. Do you want to try and guess? Or at least that's what I got from it. Read between the lines. But yeah, anyway, I enjoy speculation. I'm not going to stop doing speculation, even if another content creator that's just as large as me, or if not larger, says speculation is damaging to the community and to others and anybody, because people overhype and they get too excited. I get excited every update. I can't help myself but to speculate. I'm just geared that way, and I'd like to hope that the people that watch my channel are like-minded. You know, you go to different people for different reasons. Everybody that I've given a shout out to today, I've given them different reasons as to why you might go to them, you know? You got Beeble that's predominantly base building, but his speculation is logical, unfounded and awesome. You got Ghostlight that specialises in lore. He loves the lore. He does deep dives into lore. I mean, I like the lore a lot and I do my deep dives, but his is another level. You can go to him for his speculation that's quite lore driven. You got Professor Cynical that likes to cut corners, deep dive into stuff, be a little bit sneaky. So he loved all that data mining stuff from that Bomber Boy, and the way that he's presented it is brilliant. So if you want to see a bit more on the deep dive and the game files, hit up Cynical. And you know, you've got Jason Plays, who jumps in, plays the game, enjoys the game, loves the game. Doesn't get too into the actual speculation side, but when he does do speculation, he's usually fairly close, especially when it comes to the release dates. He's usually on the frickin' money, and he reckons this Wednesday it's coming out, which is the same date that I said in mine. I didn't watch anybody's speculation before I did my video, just as a caveat. Yeah, then you got mine, which sort of covers a little bit of everything. You got Jim's NMS. Jim's NMS, he can be a little bit salty, truthful. I mean, he just speaks his mind. There's no filter there. So if you like that sort of, you know, he doesn't go to the meetups. He doesn't really sing Hello Games' praises. He just loves the game. He wants the game to be the best it can be. At least everybody shares that as common ground. But he's often very truthful with what he comes out with, and he doesn't mind if he hurts people's feelings when he says it over at the Hello Games studio, I guess. And I guess all feedback is feedback at the end of the day. But if you want hard takes, go check out Jim's NMS. He's also got a brother called Elite Gamers, and he also does similar sort of takes. Check out Elite Gamers as well. Similar sort of take. But yeah, there's a lot of speculation. I love speculation, and I love logical speculation as well, which Jim usually does and Beeble does. So check out them if you like speculation on logic. And then there's loads of other content creators in between that are going to be doing their own speculation videos. Sorry if I haven't given you a mention. Let me try and think. Who else is there out there that does a bit of speculation? Kanaju usually does speculation. He usually does his speculation a few days after I've seen other content creators do their speculation, and it's kind of a roundup. He kind of almost does a video like this, and he does it in a podcast type form, and it's usually really quite good. He usually, again, knocks people that do speculation, but then does speculation himself, and it's like, done on. Okay, it's okay when you do it, isn't it, Kanaju? Yeah, it's okay when you do it. Yeah, but not when anybody else does it. Yeah, I still like Kanaju, and I like his content a lot, but there's a few weird double standards there sometimes. And who else do I really like? There's Nada Polo. He does some really good speculation from time to time as well. There's a few. Flowery Squirrel, I've seen their speculation. They're usually really good. LZ usually does a lot of speculation, and I really like LZ's take on the update after it drops. Yeah, check out LZ, really good stuff over there. So yeah, sorry if I've missed anybody. I'm trying to rack my brains who else does a bit of speculation around these times. Scottish Rod, when he does his speculation, it's usually grounded on facts, figures, numbers, what Hello Games is doing over on Company House, bits and bobs, where he thinks it's going, and I really like his take. Scottish Rod, if you're doing a speculation video, I'm waiting for that one. I guess I am. Salutamondo, my friend. But there we go, everyone. I think that's pretty much everybody covered off there, really. If we get deep sea vaults, I hope we get underground ones too. underground is a little bit boring at the moment. Well, if you want something around vaults, I forgot to mention, Ghostlight actually mentioned vault systems, because they're storage jars, these amphoras or whatever they're called, they're used for storing things. He's wondering whether we might get an overhaul to storage systems. Maybe we might get the ability to share storage with other players, like some sort of giant chest, a community chest or something, where you can turn stuff in, which would be great for our light no sky sort of challenges that I do with Ghostlight and Professor Cynical and Ricey's Starship Emporium. Pretty awesome stuff. James MC. Hi there, Captain, everyone. Hello there. Hello there, Dave UK. And James Funke. Hello there. Ah, love your gameplay. Just standing around. Well, I've just come to the end of the stream, mate. Yeah, I was just about to end off, and then I thought, well, I'll just give everybody a round off. I was going to make myself bigger on screen, but for some reason all my background's black, and yeah, I could twiddle about with it over on my laptop, but the screen might go black for you guys completely for a little while. Let me see if I can get that sorted. Let's go over to the old Streamlabs. Nope, it's not even coming up on my tabby thing at the moment. I've just got the game there for some reason. Okay, and that might have just broken stuff. One second, let me just go over to... Oh yeah, apparently Streamlabs isn't even running at the moment, even though I've got Streamlabs up right now, so yeah, bit of an odd one. So if I was to make myself bigger on screen, so if I press that for a second, make myself larger on screen. See, I've got a black screen behind me right now. Let me just see if I can fix that quickly. Properties, and I want that screen there. Has that fixed it? It has. Now I've got to go back to No Man's Sky. There we go, people. That's what I was trying to do earlier. And that's why I was just standing around doing very little. I was just going to have that in the background, having ships land while I talk, you know. But anyway... I've pretty much said everything I need to say now. How about storage for your exocraft, Captain Steve? Yeah, the only trouble with that, if they give us the ability to add in extra storage to our exocraft, it's going to be like our ships. Every single exocraft is going to feel too similar then. At least we've got some difference currently with our exocrafts and storage capacity. I know they've all got their own separate sort of decent thing, but I did a whole video on exocraft ideas to improve exocrafts, including having the 2 seats inside of the Roma and stuff like that, which would be a heck of a lot better. Right, where's my ship gone? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah, so I have been doing gameplay, you cheeky get back. I've just been taking out a load of Sentinel dreadnought ships, trying to get them to spawn in. I was trying to get an S-class module while I did this. And yeah, I was going to end off, but you know, let's fly out. Let's see if we can find another one anyway. Lovely, lovely. Let's jump on over into space. I don't think we're going to get another one spawn, but I'll give it a go. Zap! We'll fly on over. You know what? Let's go back to game view for a second. Let's see if we can find another pirate system. There's one right there. I don't think I'm going to be lucky enough to get another one. Those rolling balls on top of the ancient ruins could be needed to open locked doors if harpoons and ropes were used to pull through corridors and the deep sea. Jubby the Vile! Yeah. Just change the game. Adding grappling hooks. Oh, I hope we get grappling hooks, though, for light no fire. You know, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? In this game, we've got, like, rocket packs to get ourselves everywhere. Or we've got flying mounts. Then again, you've got flying mounts inside of light no fire as well. Yeah, but I think grappling hooks and stuff like that might be more akin to the light no fire rather than this. Yeah, so not really doing much gameplay on this, just jump into systems, hoping I get another pirate freighter interaction. But you can be a little while doing these jumps before you get one. Yeah, my Colossus having more storage than others is a lot better than them all having the same storage, enhanced storage. Yeah, I tend to agree. There. Yeah. But it would be nice if we could do more customization on those exocrafts, or if they did do things to make them feel a little bit different from one another. You know what? Let's just fly inside this outlaw station for now, people. But I think I've given everything that I think might be coming, and I do agree with Jason. I think the update's going to happen this Wednesday. In fact, I did a video like about 3 weeks ago to say that I think it's going to come out almost immediately after this expedition. And I said something quite controversial. I think it's going to be another expedition that takes us all the way up to the end of like October, mid to late October anyway, and then they drop some sort of Halloween update that's more sort of Void Mother aligned, because the Void Mother has very creepy vibes. So that's what I was saying anyway, people inside the viewerverse. Just muted my mic there while I needed to cough. That's making a heck of a lot of noise, isn't it? Let's go over this way. Or is it that that's making a lot of noise? Something in here is making a lot of noise. Just trying to find a nice little quiet spot to stand, to be honest. I've noticed these signs. They used to all be red when they bounced. Now they've got greens and blues in them. I don't know whether there's anything in that. Very odd. Anyway. Now, everywhere I stand, they land a freaking noisy ship by my head. Or there's a vent spewing evil. Alright. Let's go and sit on my favourite chair up here. Yes, there's a chair up here. Coolio. You can sort of just sit up here and watch ships fly in. There's a decent place to do ship watching, you know? There we go. That'd do. That's a nice little place to sit, isn't it? And just watch some ships flying. So I don't think we've got long to wait. Even if it doesn't happen this week, even if we are wrong, the PlayStation sale ends on the 11th of September. So I think that any update that does drop has to happen before the 11th, in tile with the sales, so Hello Games can capitalise on sales. The week after that, though, the 16th of September onwards, I'm actually on holiday. I'm going to Cyprus. So I'm not going to be here for a whole freaking week. Now, I might try and take my gaming laptop with me, so at least I can do some video editing while I'm out there. But not only that, I might be able to do a little bit of No Man's Sky video capture on my laptop separately and upload it. And I might still be able to deliver in a bit of content while I'm out there. But anyway, people, I think this week's going to be a very exciting week. I think the Steam depots are going to start going mental on Monday and Tuesday. I think the sales on Xbox and Steam and Nintendo will happen on Monday and Tuesday. Then I think PlayStation, at the very least, and maybe Steam, will get the update on Wednesday. And you're probably going to see maybe delays happen on Switch and Xbox, whatever their reasons are for having their delays. And I don't think it's down to Hello Games. I honestly do think it's down to the platforms, the service providers, and how they put things up on their stores. But that's a different tangent, and that's another debate for another day. But anyway, people, I'm going to say salutamondo. Have a very good weekend, what's left of it. And I hope it is a very exciting week for all those that love and play No Man's Sky. Until next time, people, goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again.